Hello, everybody. I know I look like a bum today. I do. And that's okay. It's okay because today is just one of those funny days that it takes a little time for me to get myself together and it just happens like that. So, um, let me just pull this up so I won't look like a total mess. Bad enough. You know, my mother always used to say, you can't have your hair looking a mess all the time when you're going in public. And, you know, usually I used to be into keeping my hair up. It's all right now. It doesn't bother me at all, So I'm just giving it a second before I get started. I want to go ahead and pull my stuff up so I can see what y'all saying. So my girl Tracy is in the house. Hi. And purposely crafted. I think it was at your live what was it, a couple of days ago? Great live. You did a great live. And just trying to catch up. You know what? Everything is crazy. So I'm just gonna give it a couple more seconds. See if I can get a couple more people in. Everybody usually kind of scatters in a little bit later, but that's okay. That's okay. This is YouTube, so you can actually come back and watch it after everything is said and done. You know, well, it is. It is what it is. Just 2 more seconds, y'all. Just pulling up some information here. Um, and I want to pull up so I can see because I swear I can't navigate 2, 3 things at the same time. So what I do is I try to put it in on my phone. And it takes me a couple of seconds to get stuff together. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie about it. You know what I mean? I'm just not. That's not my thing. So, all right. So we're gonna get started. Wow, it's funny how my information doesn't come up that I am live. Not on my phone. For some odd reason, it doesn't come up. I'm on 100%. So that means that I can actually take that thing out. And let me see. If I hit myself, I'm not coming in. Tracy, do you see me? Am I on? Am I on? There it is. I think it should be here now. There it is. I think it should be here now. Okay. Shows you how things can actually be later. So now I can see. So let me get started. Oh, I look a mess. I look a mess. I look a mess. I look a mess. So anyway, my name is, just want to introduce myself. Great. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear me. I finally, you know what? I got to figure out all of these things. And I know usually if I come on, what happens is I end up saying something and it comes up right away. But for some odd reason here lately, it hasn't been coming up like that. So, what can I say? So I am just navigating and seeing what I can do. So I want to get started. I do, because there's so much information here. I had to figure out what is, with all the research that I've done, what's the best thing that I can give you, so that you can get the gist of what's going on as far as these as far as sports is concerned. I am one that does more party favors, and with party favors, you can definitely say you those things that you wear is part of party favors, because we do brand at a party. So getting started. Hello, everyone. I'm Stephanie, and I am the owner and the design the person behind, the face behind Gia's Design, where I help beginning crafters, overwhelmed crafters, seasoned age crafters. I help them to design, sell, scale, and use their crafts to either, if they want, for themselves, their children, their grandchildren, their family and friends, or if you are one that wants to sell your items online, I am here to help with that. My motto is to ensure that I do not leave anyone behind. I want to make sure that this is an atmosphere where we can work and make sure that I don't leave anyone behind, and I am moving at a pace for someone near my age or older or younger, because it definitely states that most people that are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. So I'm quite sure if they're in your 70s, because we do have crafters doing the thing in their 70s, they are overwhelmed because they feel like they're left behind in these classes that are online. So these are the things that I try my best not to get ahead of. I want to make sure that I am being that person that is taking that time out and showing and being that crafter that is going to work with anyone. I don't want anyone to feel left behind. So this is the profit playbook for sports. This is our third week. And in first week, just to kind of go over, ooh, my face looks a mess. Just want to go over some of the things that we have already covered when we have had this sports series. The first week, of course, we start out with a design. Now let's look at it. Sports is a lot of things. You're talking about football, basketball, baseball, hockey, anything that's sports related. We're not even going to just leave there. You got your track, you got soccer, you have your cheerleaders. Here in Texas, cheerleading is a big thing. I don't know why, but it is. I was a cheerleader, and it wasn't as big as it is here. You have cheerleading teams here that don't even have a team to cheer for. So you have all of those things, right? And the first week we did the design. We did the design with football. I actually used my designs to do the Chicago Bears, because I am a Bears fan. I am from Chicago. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Don't even lie that lie. I am not sorry, but that's what we do. Okay. So, so I just wanted to bring up the fact that we are here to deal with a lot. sports goes everywhere, and it doesn't stop until after all of the playoffs are in and after everything is completed, right? So that's what we're dealing with, right? So let's talk about some of the things that we have done already. So the first week that we started out, um, we did a design, and I did that design with the pro football team, right? Um, I also did a design that had a one person that was a pro person that was also that's a legend, and that was hi Japs. Thanks for coming, y'all. Really, thank you for coming. So I did it on Walter Payton. That's somebody that I have always admired. That was back in the time when I really wasn't following football. I'm not much of a follower now, but I am. So, can y'all let whoever's here let me know that you're here? Thanks for coming. Party Glow Up Empire. I see you here, and I got one of my queens is here, Katrina's Creations Lab. You all welcome, welcome, welcome. And Japs again. I am so happy that you all have signed in, and I don't know how long you're going to be, but let's try to, I want to try to give out some information that may be helpful. That's valuable. So what's the main thing that we want to talk about this week? If the only thing that you are selling as a crafter during this season, there's something wrong. There is something wrong, because when you talk about dealing with sports, you're going into a league that is more than just that person that's wearing that sports gear, right? You're going past the kids that are in school, or past the kids that are playing after school sports, right? So it's like you have to go past that area and kind of tap into that big piece of that pie. That's the way I look at it, right? Tap into the big piece of the pie, right? So if the only thing that you're trying to sell is a t-shirt, maybe we need to look a little bit deeper, because there is money to be made in sports season. I kid you not. And it's not, and of course, yes, your t-shirts sell. Don't get me wrong. But think about all the other things that you want to put out there. Okay. So one child can be playing football, basketball, and all the other this other sports, right? But think about where it hits, right? Think about all of the dynamics that goes into that, because you have more than one area that you can hit when you deal with the sports. One, for example, one of the things that you want to make sure that you get into is dealing with each and every sport. A lot of times we go into the football and the basketball. Those are the main things, right? Soccer moms are big. We do those. But what about going into a bigger dynamic, right? Instead of just hitting that t-shirt that you're going to put on that child, think about it, you all. The child may wear the t-shirt, but he's not the one that's swiping that card. He's not swiping a card. She's not swiping a card. You have to think bigger. Think bigger, right? So we're creating for football, basketball, baseball, soccer, right? Volleyball, cheerleading, and track. That was one that I missed. Trying to keep up with everything. So, look, week one, we learned sports, the audience, the occasions, the experience, and the offer, right? So week two, we took the theme that started, turning it into party favors. That was one of the things that I did. We only had so much time because there's so much that you have to do, that you can do. You got to think about the drinkware, the snack products, your game night products, personalized products. One of the main things that I focused on was, because we got to realize we like having fun too. So you have your watch parties. That can be a big dynamic that you can hit. You got the gentlemen that have their watch parties here in Texas. These ladies are in the South. I'm sorry. These ladies are heavy on football, right? So what happens if you jump up and throw that dynamic out there and you throw the things that they do? Start putting those things on those wine bottles. Start putting those things on those party buckets. Make sure that you have all of the things that you can make the stuff that's going to be like your table tent. You can throw stuff that's going to be on the wall. You can actually do your backdrops and have some place for them to take a picture. They can move it from one game to the next, right? Think about those things. These are the things that we need to tap into as crafters instead of just tapping into the t-shirt. Think about them parties, that cornhole or whatever that stuff they play. That's a big thing, right? In Chicago, we open up, I told this last week, we open up garage doors from the front and the back, right? Everybody is sitting in the garage. You got all of the yard filled with everybody up until it get cold now. Remember, that's some straight up cold weather in Chicago. But this time of year, they're actually opening up their garages. You got somebody that's on the grill. Why not have something that's going to have that they can put on their body, that's showing on their apron that they the master, and then put and brand that football team or brand that basketball team. Do what you got to do to get to these whatchamacallits. Men like to play cards. They love their cigars. Brand that cigar. Throw something on there that shows that they have enough viewing, right? I have created and it took me a little bit. I don't know if you all can see this because I did, but this I did for me, and some people are trying to take it already. I was showing some friends of mine what this was like, right? And what is it? It is just, it's you got this is something they talk crap over, right? How about putting that out there? And you can make good money selling these, doing these dominoes. Throw them dominoes out there and brand that team that they watch. Throw the cards out there. Brand that team that they watching. Some people, they don't believe in being outdone, and this is killing me because my glasses are filthy. But anyway, I'm trying to rush through this so we can go into a design. Okay, so you got all of those things that I just talked about, but who else can you sell today? To sell to, you want to make sure you're marketing where you are hitting a hard market, not just the one person market. Not saying that those one person markets aren't good, but I can say this: it is a great thing to have, right? Bring that stuff out there. Make sure that you're showing what needs to be shown, right? So, all right, now let me see. I'm gonna see if I can pull up this thing, right, and put it on my screen. I'm gonna share my screen, okay, and let's go with it. Kind of show you a couple of things that I wanted to show as far as what's going on and what can be done right now. Y'all bear with me. I'm trying to keep up. Hey, Miss Mary, I see you out there. And See Where Designz. Thank you all for jumping in. Y'all, thank you so much for commenting. Don't forget to like this video today. And that way I can get a couple more people on my name. You know what I mean? This is tough. I don't know, maybe because I'm older, I feel like it's tough. But let me get to this information that I want to give. And I want to do it really quick, right? No, that is not what I want to show. So let's go into, I'm going to show it through Publisher. Okay. Let me go in here. And that is not what I usually do. This is one of the designs that we did. This is the first design, right? Again, I love, when I tell you I love the 85 Bears, I love them, right? And then going back And evidently everything want to act crazy, right? Going back again, going in, I want to show you the design that I did on the second week, right? So this was one of the designs that I did. I don't know, did I do that like quick, fast, and in a hurry? And this is just a little something that we did to bring in Walter Payton. I really like him. He passed much earlier. He passed at an early age. I don't know what it was about. I don't keep up with stuff like that, but that's one of the things that I wanted to bring up, right? How about this? Let me go in. I want to bring up some of my pictures that I did. So, oops, sorry about that. Okay, so getting back to that, why don't I do it in a template? Do it under PowerPoint. I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go into a blank screen, and I'm just gonna bring up the little things that I brought together at the last minute, right? So I just want, I guess because I'm visual, I like to have little visual things myself, and that is one of the reasons why I put stuff in a visual, a document, a PNG, whatever we want to call it. So what was one of the things that I stated for the last couple of lives is that we have to make sure that we put our stuff in an area where we are able to find it, right? So I am the queen of keeping up with stuff, and I lost a lot of my stuff here lately due to the fact that I don't know what I was doing this particular evening, but I spilled a whole bunch of water on my computer. Thank God it didn't mess up, but it's slowly bringing stuff out. So some of the stuff I have had has not happened. But again, you can see that I have quite a few of these folders. Making sure that you keep them in one area, right, is always good because you got to find them. Now, if I wouldn't have the stuff that I have in certain folders, I would be in trouble, right? So let's just go ahead and go into, nope, that's not it. Okay, so I can actually do it from here. Let's look at some of the things that we have that we can actually work with, right? So this is one of the dynamics that is really big, right? That family, right? You can make those t-shirts, you make everything that is going to push out your kid, not your kid. I hate to say that because that's a goat, but your children, if it's your after school programs that they're in, right? You want to make sure that you're hitting that whole dynamic, not just that t-shirt, right? So for a sports mom, which is like one of the bigger dynamics, right? That sports mom is gonna look at all of the things that she can do. She can have the shirts, the sweatshirts, the tumblers, and all this other stuff. I'm not big on buttons, but that's one of the things that it sells, right? The buttons could be something that you wear like at work or whatever it may be. Your tote bags, you could put all of these things together and come up with a bundle for a mom because a mom is out there heavy, okay? How about the how about the dads? I know a lot of times we don't push that hard. The mom is out there heavy, the grandmama is out there heavy, and don't get me wrong, dad is out there, but dad is in the forefront. But don't forget to push for that. Push for that money maker with the dad saying, "Hey, look, my kid is out here and he doing the thing." You understand? Now, this one here, right here, right here, right here, right? I'm a grandma. And trust me when I say my grandkids are going to be embarrassed. They are embarrassed by their grandmama because their grandmama going to be up in the top, going to be acting the fool. My daughter gets upset because I am not the quiet grandmama. I wasn't a quiet mama when she was a kid. So what difference does it make? I am going to be who I am. Grandparents are very very proud of their grandchildren. So you can actually push that dynamic heavy, right? Bring it to them hard. Think of all of the things that you can do, and a lot of stuff that they don't say, they don't say is not, I mean, they don't say a lot of things that could be pushed, especially in our community, right? We want to make sure that we hitting those things. And I was talking to Tracy about this, from custom create, wait a minute, whatever, she's not custom create, cre- chaotic creations, right? I was talking to her about that this morning, and I was telling her, I said, what about the fact that, you go to school and you got your friends that's out there, and those friends are gonna be hard on you. They're gonna be hard. They're gonna rep hard for like, you have, every boy has a group of girls that's gonna rep hard and gonna be heavy on the whole gamut behind them, right? Don't mess with my peeps. You understand what I'm saying? Women are very protective of their athletes. And I'm not saying that they're having relationships, but think about it. When you were in school, wasn't it somebody that you were proud of, and somebody looked at them not necessarily sideways, but you be on them like, that girl ain't about this, that, and the other. And not only that, but they rep them hard. You know what I mean? So you're thinking about all of the things that you can push during that time. You want that apparel out there. You want gifts out there, because it's something about a gift that our athletes love, right? And even our parents love. We love those gifts that we can give our children when they are out there, and they are they out there doing the thing, So drinkware. I'm still pushing, and I was talking to Tracy about this too. We talk about a lot, right? The fact that I do the tumblers, but my tumblers are actually those tumblers that has the straw in it. That's not as good as the ones that you could take the cap off and have a drink with. Those are the things that we need to be making sure that we are hitting that area that is the best for, to make sure that you are out there putting that out there to your clients, right? So, and not only that, those keepsakes. I know, like, I was talking to my nieces. I'm like, look, I do a lot of stuff for people, and I feel like I haven't done anything for you. And I just don't like my pictures on stuff. But as soon as you make it, Lord, I have never seen somebody just jump up and start dealing with stuff like that, right? Okay, so also the teen mom, right? Think about all of the people that she can get together, right? So if it's a teen mom that's out there, like, look, I got somebody that I can work with. We can get our shirts together. We can get our paraphernalia together. We can do this. We can come in and we can rep our kids together. She can be that one that's going to bring out them big orders, right? Don't skip on those things. Do not skip on those big orders, because it's gonna be a parent that's out there like, hey, look, we got to do this together. We're gonna do this, that, and the other. Do you want a piece of this action? Do you want to get, we're gonna get some t-shirts. We're gonna definitely have us some bell ringers. We're gonna have our little big head whatchamacallit, so that we can rep our children, and our children know that we're behind them, because that's who we have. All right. Hey, Shay. Hey, thanks for coming. Okay, so here we go. Start with the idea. What do you want to do? And this is more for your bundles, right? Start with your idea. Let's think about a bundle. What do you think that you can put and kind of throw in somebody's head that will really go over well? Look at what's out there already. When you go into these games and you see these kids out here playing football, playing soccer and stuff like that, can you imagine, especially with soccer? Soccer, their parents are bringing their own little chairs, right? What if you jumped up and found some of them chairs and put on there and brand that chair to be with their child's name on there, the soccer ball on there, and you just get a DTF and put something on the back where when they sitting down, you're actually showing who they there for, right? Can you imagine the money that you can make doing something like that? Think about those things where you can push it. Only thing, and another way you can do it is if you're out there for somebody, right? You're out there watching some kid that's out there making that money. I mean, that's out there doing the thing. How about taking your chair, taking that back off of it, putting a DTF on there, put them on there, put their name on there, put the soccer on there, the name of their team, and this, that, and the other. And please be mindful when you start doing stuff like that. You don't want to be disrespectful to the teams. Get their permission to put that on there. Let them know, look, I want to do something. I want to rep my child, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. What can I do? That's if they have somebody else that's selling stuff for them, right? What can I do? Is it okay for me to do this, that, and the other? I don't want to be disrespectful. Let them know. Throw that stuff on the back of a chair, right? And once you throw that thing on the back of a chair, next thing you know, they come to you because, the other stuff ain't hitting on the stuff that you're doing. Think outside of the box. Think about winning. That's what you're thinking about, okay? Make sure that it's all about collections, okay? You want to do those bundles, bundle. Make sure that you're getting things and looking at what they're doing, accenting what they're doing, and also adding to what they're doing, right? Put it out there, right? Okay. So here's the 5 profitable packages that I came up with, right? So you have something that you want to do just for the player, right? That might be if it's a player that doesn't have a parent that is out there. Throw that thing out there, put it on the shirt, right? I'm actually going to be doing an all over shirt. For some odd reason, my shirt, my thing just ain't been acting right. But I've been doing some other things, right? Also, the sports mom, like I said, those little pins, I'm not into those buttons like that. But think about it. When you do a custom button, they can take that and wear that when they go to work and show their pride for their child. And that actually makes that child feel better, right? How about the team mom MVP? You're talking about somebody that's gonna throw it out there for real, right? She gonna be carrying that bag when she go from place to place. That stuff is there, right? How about if you come and there's a team thing? Sometimes those parents are bringing little snacks for the kids after everything is said and done. How about that? Throw it out there. Throw out a personalized a snack bag that is jumping with that team. You're out there putting your name out there, and hey, Tuck, thanks for coming. You're putting that out there where you are showing your stuff, giving something and branding that team at the same time. Hi, creator card. Nah. How you doing? That's a Toya. Thanks for coming, Toya. So hey, y'all. Thanks for coming. So we're doing all of these things to make sure that our name is getting out there. It may be somebody that already has a contract or whatever with someone else, but if you just slowly throw your little stuff out there and you are doing, like I said, especially with that soccer, can you imagine the money that you can make getting those chairs and DTF in the back and putting a straight up real design on there? That comes in handy, okay? And then when you come in with that family thing, baby, I am into family. We run deep. That's what we used to say. We come in and everybody is there and they be looking like, dang, how many people in your family? That's how you want to be. You want your folks to be. You know what I mean? If they out there on that court or on the field or they out there on that gym floor, they be looking like, yeah, my family come hard. Yes, we come hard and we come strong. Don't you ever think that we ain't coming and we ain't coming with the business, y'all. We got to be on it, okay? And we're not going to stay on this too long, but I just wanted to bring some of the things out. So Again, this is another time for you to actually bring out some of the stuff that is going to be coming up later, right? How about the fact that you may say you out there and you got somebody that's playing sports, right? What if they're a senior? What if they're eighth grader? Push that stuff with this court stuff or with your sports stuff and add that thing on there. Add your seniors and your eighth graders and your graduates. Bring that information out. Don't wait till the end of the year before you do that. Throw that out there. And guess what? You got them for the rest of the year. Trust me when I say you want to make sure that you making their kids look good because you want their kids to look good and you want to make sure that you get doing what you got to do to make them look good at the same time. And when you make your kids look good, y'all, you actually are looking you making the parent look good and they will buy with you. Don't trust me on that piece, right? All right. Protect your brand, y'all. Okay. Making sure that we want to make sure that we are not disrespecting anybody. Let's go and deal with some of the things that we could be violating when we go out there and do stuff, right? Get your permission to use the logos if they allow you to use the logos. If you don't use the logos, there's a way around everything where you are not disrespecting the school or the league or whatever it may be. Get that permission. Talk to that coach. Talk to the people that are out there. You can talk to the parents that are out there. Just get your name out there and throw it out there. And don't wait on them to give you stuff. Go out there and kind of show them little bit by little, as one of my old presidents used to tell me. She said, sorry, you got to give it to them a little bit at a time. Give it to them a little bit at a time. Sports season is all year. Don't give up on that, all right? So the legal requirements, again, is the same thing that I was talking about. Create your own original designs. Every one of us got our own originality here. Let's throw that originality out there, right? And think outside the box. So build around the colors. We all know that as crafters that you are pushing for those colors hard, okay? Make them colors pop. You know what I mean? If you see that, say that there's a t-shirt, it has the right colors, it's beautiful. But y'all know we do DTF, we do sublimation, we do all these things. Those things cannot touch a t-shirt. The t-shirt cannot touch a sublimated piece because there are a bunch of things that we can do when we're designing. Make sure that you're pushing that stuff out there, okay? And just because you can download a logo, y'all, does not mean that you have a right to use it. So just let's make sure that we stand within the guidelines of the place, right? So that's just some of the things that I wanted to bring up, right? So you want to make sure that you can get some of these things out there, your playoffs, right? And then upsell. Upselling, we have been learning, upsell, downsell, cross sell, sell it anyway. You know what I mean? And you can sell it anyway because you out there. And you rep too. Rep hard. Let them know. Don't just come out there with the t-shirt on. Hey, do a big, what you call them thing? My big heads and show it up there. Throw you some cowbells out there. Make you some noise. When you out there making that noise, and I don't care if I'm embarrassing because I'm the embarrassing one. My daughter was embarrassed by me. I don't care. And my granddaughters are gonna be embarrassed by me. But one thing you will not be able to say about Gia, and that's where Gia name came from. It came from my grandbabies. One thing you can't say about Gia is proud of hers. Okay. When I had my child and she was growing up, I was proud of my daughter. And it may hurt them, it may piss them off, right, when they're growing up. But trust me, they will show you later. If they don't show you, they're actually out there. And if not, I guarantee you their friends will be out there saying something. Be that parent that's repping your kid. Trust me, if they don't appreciate it, because my child didn't appreciate it as much, but when it came down to it, her friends was telling her, hey, I wish my mama would come. I wish my daddy would come. I wish somebody would be here for me. You don't know how good you got it. Trust me. And I don't care. You don't like it, guess what? Have another mother. You should have asked God for a different mother. But that's the way that goes, right? I'm not going to embarrass them, but I'm going to show them I'm proud, right? So these are just things that we need to think about. Turn one athlete product into or one athlete design into multiple streams of income, multiple profits. Don't stop at the family. Go to the administrators, because they are out there and they are repping their school. You find a lot of these schools or a lot of these after school programs, they have parents and they have people that work there that are heavy into wearing paraphernalia. Push it. Go to them. Look, I got this for you. Throw them a bone. I always believe throw somebody a bone, and I guarantee you they will appreciate what you give, right? So, but again, thinking about all of the things that we were talking about here in this series, what are you dealing with? You are going to be able to deal with your moms and your grandmoms, right? We know that off the top and off the bottom, right? But the main thing that we want to say, do not forget those dads. Because a lot of them are out there and they out there pushing and throwing those little last minute wordings to their children. I know my son-in-law, he is heavy on being there for his, and he got two girls and a boy that's in the sports. He is on all of those sidelines. You can see him everywhere. Now, he may not be, he's coming from work or whatever, and he's out there, but he's out there. Throw them a bone. Show them that you know, hey, we ain't forgot you. It ain't just about the mom, it's about the father too, right? The grandmother. Who else are we? Well, we know the grandma is going to be proud anyway, but who else do we have? We also have the grandfathers. Are we pushing these grandfathers? Throw them a bone. Throw them some information. Let them know, hey, look, I can give you this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Throw it to them, right? Teammates, right? Teammates, well, that goes without saying. I hate to say that, but what about that team mom? That mom that is the team mom, the mom for each and every one of them. She gonna be the ones that's throwing out the snacks. She gonna be the ones that making sure everybody got some water. She gonna be the ones that's gonna ask the other parents, "Hey, look, I might not have it. I might not have enough time to get the snacks, this, that, and the other." Or she'll be the one that's throwing it out there, and the other moms to see how much she's doing. And guess what? They're gonna be saying, "Hey, do you need me to do something?" Hit that mom of all of them. That's the one. Thank God I didn't have no boys, even though I wanted them. That's the one when you jump up and them boys go in her house and eat her out of house and home. Thank God I ain't have no boys. Now all the kids were there for studying in my house, but that's the mom that you want to hit, because she's gonna get the rest of them to do the same thing. Don't forget that. Make sure you pushing for that. You don't stop marketing when you're dealing with one. You're dealing with everybody, right? And like I said, we're talking about the Booster Club. Yeah, the Booster Club is the same people that I said. Those are the members that are, if it's a school organization, throw something out there and let them see. They are out there and they're repping these schools, they kids hard. You got some of them that never miss a game. Hit them, get them, throw them. What you call it? Show them what you call it? Give them a portfolio. Let them know, I got you, sis. I got you, bro. Let me give you some of this stuff. Hit them. Don't leave that stuff out there. But these are the things that I wanted to bring up. Now, this I didn't mean for y'all to see just yet. Y'all close your eyes. Y'all didn't see that yet. So let me get back down to where I am, and I'm gonna come back off of this. But okay, so some of the things that I was talking about, we talked about all of the ways that you're marketing and making sure that you are not just marketing the child. Remember, the child is playing, but the child is not doing anything but playing. The parents are the ones, the faculty. These are the ones that's writing that check and get, well, they don't write checks anymore, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? They are the ones that's writing the checks and making sure that all of these things are being done, right? So you're not marketing to the child, you're marketing to the parent or the adult that's handling business. Yeah, you're going to get a child that's going to have a little cash flow, excuse me, and they're going to buy something. Don't get me wrong. We got that. You're not throwing that away, but you want to make sure that you're pushing in a different way. So let's talk about some of the other things. If I was to ask y'all, and y'all talk to me in the chat, if I was to ask you, what is something that you think that you can market that you don't see much of? And we heavy crafters, all of these like real crafters. Y'all not no penny ante designers. Y'all designing with the business, right? But what can you actually add into your what you call it that you don't see very much? Like I talked about the the uh the chair for the soccer, because ain't nobody got no what do you call those things, bleachers. There ain't no bleachers at the soccer field. But can anybody think of something that they don't see often that they could probably market out there that they have not seen? And my glasses are filthy, and I hope I don't make them worse. Talk to a sister. Somebody tell me something while I'm cleaning these dirty glasses. A rally towel. Yes, yes, party glow up. Yes, absolutely. You have that. That's one of the things that they can do. And I think that they're doing that. Now, you know who else you can do that with? Hit these people with the that's doing these line dance classes. Cause they out there heavy, y'all. Don't be playing with your craft. Y'all doing some dynamic things. Don't be playing with that. Throw it out there. These people are out here doing these line dances, wiping their head and with them half shorts on, their Daisy Dukes on, and they boots. Dude, throw them a bone. Throw them something that they can use, right? What else? Anybody else? Because I was just thinking, I don't know. We're in Texas, right? Texas is not that cold, but this is the thing that I was thinking, right? And that was the design that y'all saw. And trust me when I say, and I couldn't show this without it being on the whatchamacallit, but think about it. Y'all go to these soccer games and these football games and stuff like that, and they get real cold, right? I know I don't like being cold, but think about it. What if you start taking and making a blanket? You know how they always covering up everything? Just imagine. You come up and you got your person that you come to see, right? And you throw them a blanket on. Wait a minute, hold on, let me see. I can show up the whole thing. But in this one, I kind of messed it up a little bit, but just think about it. When you throw this over your, whatchamacallit, a lot of these parents ain't going to let you outdo them. They just not. Take advantage of that. We're doing these designs, right? Why not think of something out of the box that you haven't seen? Think about it. Think about those things that you can be doing that can bring you some revenue, right? So that's some of the things that I wanted to bring out today. And I did want to do this design without, I guess, making sure that I do it in the right way. So, like I said, this is which we call it. I just want to do a design because usually we start out with the design and then go into the teaching plan. But let's just go ahead and go with it. I just want to do one design. I'm gonna try to do it really, 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 really quick, right? So let's just say a t-shirt because I am not into t-shirts so much, but let's just say we're gonna do a t-shirt. I want to do one at 12, 10 by 12 maybe. Nope, not that. So we're gonna go in 10 by 12, right? And create a design. I actually started one and I didn't want to do anything that's different. But anyway, let's I want to use one of the graphics that I did. No, I did it with which one called. So let's go in and I'm gonna use one of his designs, right? And usually when you do something like that, you want to make sure that you get something that is like an action, right? Now where did I put that? And I'm gonna put this here. Let's go with it. All right. Now let's just say we do that, right? And Brandon, we want to put his name in there. Ain't no sense in me redoing this stuff over again, right? But Brandon is, what did I do? Okay. I think it's on a different one. Okay. So if I took Brandon's name, and I'm going to take both of his names, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to take it over to where I was, right? And I want to paste that there. Now, of course, I'm not going to keep it like that, right? Let's put let's say this. What if I took it and brought his name down? Which way do that supposed to go? Up? Which way is supposed to go, y'all? Up or down when it go to the left or when it's on the left? I think it go down, right? Y'all know? So say, is this the right direction? Y'all ain't for no friends. Okay, so I want to put him on there and let's just put him here and I want to make him smaller, his name smaller, right? So this is something that, oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. I'm glad you said something. I forgot that I ain't sharing no more. Hold on one second. Thank you for telling me. Okay. Add to the stage. Okay, now let's go back into Canva. Tell me y'all can see it now. Let's go. It should come up in a second. Let me know if you got it. Got it? So I was asking, which way does this go? Does it go up or does it go? Because I know one is going up the one way and the other goes the opposite direction. Does it go this way? I don't know. Why is that in there double? I don't know. But anyway. Okay, so let's just say, and if I'm going the wrong way, y'all let me know. If it's supposed to be down to the up to down, let me know because I don't want to do anything wrong. So because I know I think it's up and then down on the right side. I think that's the way it goes. So say we want to do something. Let's bring that there, position it behind. Now, I don't even know if this is the way I want it, but again, Come on now. Okay. So say we want to do this, and I want to move this out because I want to make sure that that is not interfering. Now, of course, we got to put the logo. What is it called? The whatever this thing is, the Wolverine. But we got to put a Wolverine on them because it is their, what you call it. You know, you want to make sure you got something where you are. You should see my screen now, Miss Mary. Can you see it? Because I'm looking at it on my end. Can you see it? Can anybody see? Okay, let me see. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try it again. Add to stage. Okay. Do you all see the difference now? I'm getting ready to put it up now. It's saying that I am. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's do this. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. I'm gonna try it again. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay. It's saying that I had a screen up. Hold on. All right. Let's see. I don't know why it's not coming up if you all aren't seeing it. Because I'm seeing it on my screen. Do you all see like several screens there? Let me know if you can see. Hi, Crafty Zone. Thank you for coming. Can anybody see it? Because I'm looking at my screen on online and it's showing my canvas screen. Can you all see it now? Okay, so you see do you see the canvas screen? That's what I'm asking. Okay. That's what okay. So here, let me go back. What did you all didn't see any of that design that I was doing? You couldn't see it at all. Let's go. I'm gonna take out the thing. And again, everything that I was doing, I actually pulled from this one. I pulled it and you have to it makes no sense to recreate stuff when you can use what you have already, and if you need to change it, you can change it, right? So what I did was I took his name from here, I copied it, I took it, I brought it together, I copied it, and I brought it over to the other screen. Oh, and it's still here. Now this is a different one that I did. Okay, so I brought the name over, right? And then after I brought the name over, I brought a picture of him. I took this picture. I'm messing up my thing here, my graphic, right? I took this graphic and I copied it. And I took it over to the other screen, which is here, right? And that's where I ended up pasting him, right? So I want this to be kind of big because I want this to just be like, how do they have it where you do those pictures and an action picture that they may use? That's what I wanted it to be, right? Now, when you do something like this, you got to put the name of the school and the mascot. So I'm going to go back again, repurposing what I've done already. I'm going back to my Canva, and I'm going to just copy what I have here, right? Copy the Wolverine, take it down, and I'm pasting it on here. Now, the thing about this is you really can't see the, I don't want it to be that big. I want it to be big, but I don't want it to be that big because I love my Wolverine, right? You definitely, you want to make sure that it's within a good line. And like I said, this is a 10 by 12, right? So I want to get it where his name, but right now his name is kind of messed up. I want his first name to be the bigger of the name, right? And after I do that, what am I going to do as far as a background? I don't want to do much on a background, but again, it is a football. So let's go on ahead. I don't even think I had a football in my design. So let's go in here. Let's pull a football, right? Oh, I keep forgetting that I am actually teaching. Let me go back. Okay, so we're gonna go to elements. We're gonna hit the spot to put our image in. We want to get a football. Now, my football that I want to make sure that football is not cheesy looking, because this is a person that kind of, I almost look like a person, right? So what do we have? We have graphics, we got photos. Graphics are kind of imitation. Photos is more realistic, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit photos just because, right? What do I want? I don't know if I want a piece of a photo or what, but he doesn't have his helmet on. So that's another piece that I can actually add in there, right? I don't want no nutritional facts, no nutritional stuff in there, right? But here's a football. Okay, now I want to put that football in there. Of course, it's not going to be that big. I need to figure out exactly. I don't like it. I am the queen. I bring something in and I don't like it and I change it. That's just the way I am. So let's see what happens if I take it and bring the football behind here. See what happens. I'm going to position that and bring it back. Put it behind the name. And let's bring it in. That's a little big for me. I don't want it to be too much, but I don't want it to be too little either. I don't know if I'm going to keep that there. But, okay, so what else do I not have? Fact is, he goes to a school, right? Let's go and find that school information. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the image that I had. And I am going to copy the school. I have those together. So I'm going to go and copy that. And I'm going to bring that back down. And I am going to put the school on here. Now, let's see. I'm going to try. Where the yellow go? The gold. Ain't that nothing? Okay. So now, I like this, but of course you got to have some gold in it because that is just the way it goes, right? So rather than, and I don't want the Simeon to be bigger than him because he's the player. I'm gonna go ahead and right click this, right? And I'm gonna duplicate it. That will give me a second one, right? So I'm gonna hit this effects key because that's where I have my outline. And I'm going to go over and I am going to find the area. Here it states that it's an outline, right? I want to change that color and I want to put that gold back in there, right? So I'm going to add that gold. Now, this is the same size as the white. You don't want to leave that alone. What do? You make those effects larger. Okay, so this is still in the effect column, right? Now, so in here it has, that's the curve. You want to make sure you don't hit both of them. Up here it has the thickness. I have that set for, I have it set for 50, but that's what this one is. So I'm going to take this up so that the gold can show, right? And I'll take it and I'll put it behind the one with the white. And I'm going to position it, hit the position up at the top, right? And just to ensure, I'm going to take this gold outline and put it behind the white one. And there you have two colors, right? And I don't like that color gold. That don't even look like that's my color. Let me go back into position so I won't have to look too hard. And I'm going to go with a stronger gold because I don't like that one. Is that the same color gold? Nope, that's not the same color gold. So let's see what we have here. Okay, now on the Hodges, because that's what we're working with, it has this gold. Let's see what the color is. The number is F8BC1D. Now, maybe my eyes is just crazy, but let's see what we got here. Okay, so I'm going to go into, I'm going to have to find out which one I'm on because right here I was on the white. Let's go here and then hit that, right? And hit, so we at the DA9653. That is not 35. That's not it. This is actually the color. I can't see it. It looks different to me. Okay, but anyway, we want to put these, snap these together so you won't make a mistake and make it where it is, if one moves, you want to make it where both of them move at the same time. So I'm going to hit the white. I'm going to hit my shift key and I'm going to go down and I'm going to hit that gold, right? And I'm going to bring them together. I'm going to group them together. So when I end up, and make sure you come off of it first before you try to work with it. Because if you try to do that before that time, guess what? It won't work in the beginning. Now see, I'm a queen of doing some stupid stuff like this here, just to see how that works. And let's see. Let's go and find out how that effect will go if I end up changing the dynamic of that effect and make that curve a little bit stronger. And what happens is, so I have this, it's on the curve, right? So if I want to hit and try to see what it looks like, I want to make it stronger. Here, I bring it here, right? And I can do here. I can bring it out there. Not that I would, but you want to make sure that you can change it, see what it looks like, just to see. And if I were to take this and try, why is it going the wrong direction? Say I wanted to go like this. Now, they are together. And say I want to take that and maybe I don't like it too much, but that's not saying I won't like it in the end. Now, I don't really want that much of a background on this. I want it to be about him and him only. So how about if I take this, I don't want it to be too much. I want this to be about him, and I want it to be more like the photo that they use in the school, or the photo that they use on what you call it, on a piece of paper or whatever. But that is what I want it to be. I don't want it to be one of those things where it ends up being a full graphic. I want it to be more like something that you can stick on a stick, hold it up in the air. You know what I mean? So to do that, what do I want to do? I want to put let's go with element and go with a brush. Okay. I don't like these graphic, and it's usually a graphic that ugh. So say I did something like that. Nope, don't like it. How about this? I want to go with a bleach. Bleach. I'm going with a bleach. All right, bleach frame. And I'm going to go to frame. So here I am in the elements, and you can see it's regular bleach, but we're going to go and find frames because that's what I want to put it on, a frame, right? Now, I think my thing is called Bleach Frame 2 or something to that effect. But I'm going to go into my projects because I think I have more than what they have here, right? Okay, go to Designs. Nothing here. Okay, let's see what they got here. Nope, not in there. Templates. Let's go back. Why does this happen when I'm on live? Okay. Not there either. Don't look like I want to find my frames, do I? Let me see. I couldn't be in my projects. I'm going to go one more time and then I'm going to say forget it. Images, not that. Not the videos. My designs. There we go. Okay, so I have a bunch of them here. Now, this is the bad thing about it. I'm putting this in last, right? And once I put this in last, it's going to really kind of mess up my flow right now. But I want to put a background color in there. I don't want this to be anything big. I just want it to be, like I said, a background image, okay? And so here, how about that one? It won't let me do it. Okay, let's do this. Add a page. Why is it not adding? There we go. I'm going to take this one and I want to add a color into this. And do I want it that color? Nope. Do I want it that color? That might be a better option. Okay. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to bring it behind. And I'm going to paste that there, right? Now, once I do that, I'm going to put it behind, right? Everything. Slow it down, Stephanie. Hit your bleach, and then you're going to go over. You hit it. You're going to go to position. You're going to take it from where it is, and you're going to bring it behind everything, right? And that is kind of sort of my look that I'm looking for. I don't want it to be a big thing. Okay, so now say I want to add something in there. I want to add, say, I got the football in there, a helmet. Do I have a helmet on there? I don't think so. I really don't want no helmet either. So I'm going to go in and get a couple of pieces that I want to put in. So now I'm going to go back into elements. I want to go ahead and add a football field. See what happens. And why is it acting up? Stop. Football field. Okay, now it's on frame, so it's not going to come up. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go into graphics. I don't like those. I want it to be more of a photo type, right? I don't want it to be too big, just something small. Maybe let's lock this first. Now I'm going to lock that and lock it. I hope I didn't lock everything. Now, okay, so I just want to bring it in just a touch. Nothing big, just, nah, I can't do that. I'd have to actually mess that up. That's okay. I would have to actually go in and do some serious work on it. But, okay, so let's do some splashes and some splatters. Okay, I'm going to go in here and go and do a spray. Okay, let's go into these graphics and see what we got. This is not the colors that I particularly like, but I'm going to go in, I'm going to hit control, make sure it doesn't, I'm going to leave this here. And I'm going to put that in position to bring it back, right? And I want to bring it out just a little bit more, just to give it a little dimension. Nothing big, right? Again, I don't want this to be too much. I just want it to be enough where it's just a statement. It's him. It's not anything big, just him, right? I wonder if I can do something like this. And then, nope, it'll only let me change the goal. So that's not going to work. Let's get a 25 in there. And I'm going to put it here. So that means I need to bring this out. Right? Okay, and then I'm going to go in. I'm going to hit my text. And I am going to add a heading. And I'm going to hit his, I was going to say, what is his number? A 2 and a 5. And I want it to be one on top of the other. Enter that, right? I can't even see it. I'm going to bring it up so it can be exactly where I want it to be, which is here. I don't like it being separated like that. So what do? I make sure I hit the number. I am going to make that smaller. There's a line spacing that is heavier than what I want it to be. I'm going to bring it down to a 1. Okay. As you can see, it changed. It moved that 2 and that 5, right? Now, going in the traditional fashion, we have the blue first here. Let's go with the gold first there. First of all, let's change that not a font, but the numbers. I want that to be the same as this, which is the balloon extra bold, right? I want to make it bigger because that's important. His number is important. Okay, just a little bit bigger. All right. It's still a little bit farther away than I want it to be. So I'm going to take that line spacing and I'm going to bring it a little bit lower. Is that good? Yeah, because I'm going to put an outline on it, right? Now, again, we have the blue here. Let's see what happens if we put the gold there. Let's make the number. That's not the color. Is that the color? I can't remember. Okay. So the inside is going to be that color, right? Now, again, we are going to put an effect on it. We're going to go to effects. And again, we're going to go to outline, right? Now, that's a different color. That's a brown. I do not want the brown there. I want to go ahead and get that blue that I have been working with and put that blue on there, right? We're going to make it bigger. I want the effect to be bigger. So I'm going to go back to the effects. The effects is here. I'm going to make that just a bit bigger, right? And just to offset it, I'm going to take it and I'm going to right click and I am going to hit duplicate. And there we have another 25. What were we doing with this? You're going to keep it the same size, but what you're going to do is make the effect bigger. So what do? You end up taking this effect, and what do we want to do? I'm going to take my effects, boom, and I'm going to make it, first of all, because everything is blue already, right? Blue and blue, I'm going to make this white. Offset it. Again, it's the same size that we have here already. So what are we going to do? It's at 117. We're going to take this all the way out, right? Take that and pull it out. We're going to put it behind the number that we have. So you take it and put it behind that 25 with the blue on it. And there you have that, right? Now, I want to make this a little bit bigger. I do not have to do all of that crazy stuff. Once I put this in, I am going to put these two together. I'm going to go to position, put this 25 that has the blue on it, hit my shift key, hit the one with the white on it, go over and hit group. You can actually do that over in this area also, right? You can do that. So if you ever think about, oh, you don't want to move stuff, you ain't got to do all that stuff. You're just basically just moving it around, right? I'm going to take the Wolverine and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. And I'm going to make him smaller because he doesn't have to be, it's about him. But it's about the Wolverine. It's about the school. And it's about the color and the numbers. And that is what I'm trying to do. Now we have everything he's already highlighted. I want to take that out of that gold highlight, right? And I'm going to change that highlight. I am going to go into edit. Now here is where you're going to do the people. You turn around and just to make it smaller, just so it won't be in the way of something else, you can take that and do this. And you can bring it in closer. I don't want it to take out my football. Stop it before the football, right? So I'm going to change that. I'm going to hit the edit, right? And then I'm going to go all the way down. You see where it says glow? You're going to hit your glow. Now the glow has it exactly the way it is here. I want to change that glow to a white. I think it'll look better. So what am I going to do? I hit the glow button and then I'm going to bring it all the way over to the white. And as you can see, it kind of brings them out just a little bit more. And again, like I said, this is nothing big, but it makes a big statement, okay? Because what you're doing is you're highlighting him, and it's more like you're bringing out him and saying, this is number 25. You could actually do a whole team and put them next to one another, say what their position is. So if I jumped up and I wanted to do, okay, let's see. Oh, I can't move that. Wait a minute, hold on. So I'm going to go to pick. Now, this is the thing. I don't like messing with stuff. I want to move Hodges down, right? But he's in front of that. I don't like messing with stuff like that because I could take him and move him and then turn around and try to figure out exactly where I want him back again. Instead of doing that, I'm going to go ahead, hit something, right? And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit my little three dots, hit position, right? Because you know that he's in here. His name is in here. What I want to move is there. Hit it, right? Okay. Now, I don't want it to be that big. I want to see all of him. And I'm just going to try to make sure I get all of that in there without messing up anything else. Now, that football got to get smaller. Pot out. Okay. For it to show. And I think that Hodges is good enough. I think you can see it. And I'm going to take it up just 2 shakes because I don't want it to be right behind his foot. And this is all that I want to do for this. This could go on a t-shirt, y'all. It can go on a poster board. It's one of those things. It can actually go into what do you call them, big heads, and you can do that. You can put it on a bell. You can put it on anything. But this is what I wanted to do. Let me do one more thing. See, that's my problem. I don't know when to quit. Do I want to do that? Let's see. I just want it to be just a little bit more in here. And I want to bring that position. I want to take that and bring it behind him. So I'm taking it and I'm bringing it behind him. Here he is, and there it is. I don't want it to be too much because he is a boy and he's an athlete, right? And you can stop there. You can add some splatter. You can add some. I could put a star in there, but you know what? I think it would be too much. This is more just like of a statement to say, like one of those things that you can just put up on the wall. Like if they have the pictures of the students, that's what it is, right? And you can actually take it and you can download it, right? So I know everybody does their downloads with their whatchamacallit. So if you wanted to, you can share that and you can actually download it. You can drop as a template link, right? And then you can turn around and then you can create the template link, boom, and then there you have it, right? And you can add that onto your website and sell it as a digital piece, just like you can do anything else. So that's just the way to that you can actually do that, or you can download it and put it into because I actually like this one. I don't have to I like a lot of stuff, and my thing is I like to do it where it is a lot of this and that, but this one I just didn't want all of that in there. So it's just one of those things that I do. You gotta mix it up, you know what I mean? And here we go. That is, it looks like I am done. Is there any questions, you all? Anybody have any questions that you want to ask me? If I've done anything that you didn't like, let me know. Y'all have been great. Thank you so much. Y'all, seriously, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And I still have a few people that are on. That's unusual for me. So, again, y'all, I really, 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 really appreciate this. I really appreciate you being here. I hope I have shared something that is somewhat valuable. I know that we are all pretty much in classes together, but I hope that I have shared a little something that may have not been shared elsewhere, because I don't care how many classes I take. Each and every time I hit a live, you all teach me something new, and I know we are always learning anyway. So that will be great. That's going to be the end for week 3. And go out there and push your stuff and make sure that you are You are throwing out your canvas because it's you. What you're doing is your canvas. Throw your canvas out there. Somebody is going to appreciate it. And I guarantee you, when one appreciates, everybody appreciates. Okay. Next week, I'm going to have to figure out a day because I'll be traveling. Next Wednesday, I'll be on a bus going to my child's house. So I won't be home. Somebody else will be here, thank God. But I won't be here, and I don't want to chance it being on the road trying to do a series. So I might do Thursday. I got to figure out what's best for everybody as far as my APs. Thank you, Gwenda. Thank you so much. Thank you, Party Glow Up, and y'all. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. You all have been excellent. Like I said, you didn't have to be here, and to be here even after all of this time is it's been great. You know what I mean? It's been great. So I am going, since no one, let me check the chat. I don't see anything over here on my phone. I am just ecstatic. And thank you all for the comments. Please, again, don't forget to like the live. And I will be back next week. I don't know exactly what day. I'll be posting it. And if you have enough time, come and see me again. You all have been fantastic. I love you for being here. And you all have a blessed evening. Take care.